You. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunburned Albino Plays Ace Attorney Trilogy, episode 57. We have to prove that this man is not the murderer. You know, people saying that he killed the person, but he's saying, no, that wasn't me, dude. So I don't know why you trying to frame me, but I'm not the biggest fan of the frame job, I have to say. Well, at least we were able to get Mr. Matt on guard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So now what should we do? Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. On Guard's innocence. We have to find the real killer. Okay, then let's start looking. Indeed. I don't need to talk to you. Hotel lobby. Like, we don't have to talk to him again, do we? Is there anything to even, like, say? I guess we go here first. He's probably in questioning. Oh, no. Ah, the lawyer dude? So what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do, so I was in my nickel samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the nickel samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kinda noisy. Oh, this is all the same stuff you already said. Let's go back. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you! What is going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another steel samurai doing the most evil of deeds. You know, that's not entirely... I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why, oh why do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? It's always been that way. Ever since I was a little girl in elementary school. The class hamster was fine until they asked me to clean the cage. The other kids started calling me the Queen Reaper, whoever in your name spell. Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened. Huh, don't push me, boy. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast. Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants. My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes this heart go ba-dump again. I don't know what to say. I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always ends up kicking the bucket? I'd watch your words. No one's gonna get away with saying anything bad about my one. But I haven't said anything. Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway. Huh? What woman? That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? And why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of the word modesty. When I was a young maiden, I was so beautiful, even the flowers blushed. But despite this, I pressed flowers or read the stars. Pearls, are you thirsty? A little. Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something. Thank you very much. Hey, are you paying attention? Youngins today. So I'm guessing Miss Oldbag heard everything from Lada. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready? For what? The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. Ah, I see. But... But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night. The most important moment? You don't mean... Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child? When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today. Please tell me, what did you see? Wow. 3 locks? 4 locks?! The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't? Please don't stray onto another tangent, please. If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present. Okay, well, we don't have a present for you, but I assume we could maybe, like, get one of the flowers and bring that back. Into the hall. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, got to roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. We ate at this table last night, didn't we? Yes. I was really happy then. I wish I could make you smile again, even for a second. Ugh, children. This sure is one luxurious hotel. Almost to the point of gaudy with how it blends together everything fancy imaginable. Speaking of fancy, didn't that bellboy give me something like that last year? The awards ceremony was held on that stage just last night. It was really fabulous. You just reminded me of the circus for a second. I wonder if everyone is alright. I heard that Berry Big Circus just recently started holding performances again. I'm sure they're all fine, Pearls. That is such a beautiful sight! The chandelier? Yes, but I can't believe it. I can't believe that such a terrible murder happened under such beautiful lights. It's shocking. Hey, you're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer. Lotta? Hey, Mr. Copfella, the thief showed his face! What? Arrest him! Put him on trial! Find him guilty! Give him the death penalty! What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright? Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here! So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? My camera! C-A-M-E-R-A! It's my lifeblood! I'm gonna die without my $700 camera! It's not that $700 camera. Your camera? Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are! Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Huh? So you lost your camera? It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $1,600 brand new. Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it, and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it, too. He done made me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. Besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop. I wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder. Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until around the time Mr. On Guard was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you went to school, city boy? Wherever Lotta Hart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had. A big scoop? I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after this time. Although, I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here, so maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big scoop? Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? Oh my god, not again. Well, at least this one's only 2. Oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know? Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been stalked, haven't we? Haha, yeah? Take that, Mr. Lawyer. I'm glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your I rule smile. Okay. What if I present you with your own camera? I just bought that camera. Who did it? Thieving rascal! Please don't look straight at me while you're saying that. When I find the bugger who went and done this, they're gonna pay with a bullet. And if you do that, don't expect me to defend you. Alright, there's nothing to do with you anymore. Maybe we can get a teddy bear. I can understand stuffed bears. I didn't touch him. Wasn't me, I tell you. I'd give you my word. Why do I get the impression Lotta helped herself to one of them? Compared to the flowers, Rick is carrying all these flowers home will be hard. But yeah, that's what I thought too, so I was a nice enough gal to lend a helping hand. Secretly, of course. I have a feeling one of these days I'm going to end up defending her in court. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Corrida's room. So that's the scene of the murder, I reckon. I thought something had gone on that night, but I didn't ever think it was a murder. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt Ungard's room. So Mr. Ungard was here during his break, right? That's what he claims. The crime scene. If he had wanted to get to Mr. Corrida's room, he would have had to pass through this hallway. There are toilets in each room in this hotel. But since, bathrooms, people, whatever. Okay, there doesn't appear to be anything else. Oh, we can go in the rooms! Oh, fantastic. Holy shit. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Mr. Juan Corrida's room, Pearls. Mr. Corrida? The victim. Which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you. So, what's happened? The kidnapper, has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Ungard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you gotta keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. Let's do some examining. Wow, there are a lot of bears! Alarm clock ones, collector's editions, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. It's hard to bear with all these problems. Growl! I don't think I want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Oh, this guy didn't like bears, so that's why he's fucking covered with them the entire room. It's not like he had to bring them inside. It's a suitcase. There are so many things in it that I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator. Do all stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Corrida? So messy here. Pearls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it. There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please? Okay, That over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist.
I know what a watch is.
Oops, for a second there, I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator.
The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty.
Empty? It's too much of a hassle to throw them away, I guess. They're all vegetable juices. I guess he must have been a real health nut.
Oh, there's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry jam, too.
Maybe red was his favorite color? Dude's a freak. That's the conclusion you should draw. There's this. Oh, we can slide? Oh my god, there's so much shit. It looks like Mr. Kurita had dinner last night.
This bottle, it's tomato juice.
We had a lot of food at the awards show last night, but I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant.
What are these bits of glass from?
A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are.
You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick?
This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable.
That's strange. The guitar is not here.
Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show?
But Mystic Maya, she said the bright red guitar was the Jammin' Ninja's signature item.
That's true. Huh? This guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid.
Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it?
Is it water, though? It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it.
Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much.
There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from.
But doesn't it seem weird?
What seems weird?
I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor.
She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere.
Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright?
Who can say, fellers?
So that's a bed, right?
Yep, it's big, but it's a bed.
Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft!
Big beds must be a rarity for her. Oh, that's right, because in Korean Village they sleep on the floor. In like their little sleeping bag setup, whatever. Alright. What do you have to say? Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture. There's a knife in his chest. That's so fake. Dude, the knife is like practically not even in there at all. It's like the tip is just glued to the thing. And also, look, the glass is still there on the thing. Weird. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. On Guard's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Why was Mr. On Guard arrested? Because we had evidence on him.
Evidence?
It looks like the victim, Juan Kurita, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah. During the fight, his button came off. Mr. On Guard said something about a button. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. But that's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something around where the Vic was that's a little off. Something that's a little off? As in, As in, that's for you to figure out, pal.
Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick.
What can you tell me about this guitar case? Oh, that. This is just what I heard, pal, but that's the Jammin' Ninja's signature item. The guitar case? No, not that. What do you take me as? I mean the guitar inside, of course.
But the guitar is missing.
Yeah, we looked for it too. It's not normal for a person to forget to bring their most famous item to an award show. It's starting to sound like that red guitar is related to this case after all. Seems like the red guitar would have been the murder weapon then, and the knife is fake. And the reason the red guitar is missing is because it's the murder weapon, so it's gonna be another bust-type scenario where it's like, oh, we're not gonna find it until it's like, you know, until Acro sort of wheels it in under his wheelchair again. That's how this case is gonna end too. Definitely. So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. Beep, 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 beep.
What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick?
I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma.
Huh?
For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow!
At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Would it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change?
So, you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you.
How?
Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat.
Ah.
I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Detective, come over here for a second. Yeah.
I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared he just froze up on the spot.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine.
Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you?
What? Come, Scruffy, the investigation briefing is about to begin.
Yes, sir.
This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor.
Ow, what did she throw at me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. What was just thrown at me? We didn't get to look at it. Oh, there it is.
Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper?
It's called an autograph.
Autograph?
The paper's got Mr. Kurita's name written on it, so it's his autograph.
I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this.
It's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says, "To my dearest Wendy," in more normal letters here?
This sloppy, unreadable writing? It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone.
Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Wendy Oldbag, sir. Alright, is that all we're doing in here? I mean, we still got a whole nother hotel room to go into. Out of my face, Lotta.
Where are we?
We're in Mr. Matt on Guard's dressing room. This is our client's room.
May I help you with something?
I don't know who that is. Oh, hello. You're new.
You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail.
How did you know I'm his lawyer?
You were just saying that he is your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer.
Wow.
It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. On Guard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash, to find clues to build his case, correct?
Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either.
It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick.
I am Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. All right. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving.
I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Then I will tell you. Before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. On Guard. In this very room, I might add.
Dinner? What did you eat?
I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me.
I bet she's a lot of fun at parties.
When the awards show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall.
And after the show ended, you came back to this room?
No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby.
Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess.
When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. On Guard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Kurita.
And that's when you found his body, isn't it?
You really held strong through everything.
Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So, about you and...
Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. On Guard and I are related, are you?
Sorry.
I have no idea how he could chose you as his lawyer.
Why did she have to go and say something like that?
Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright?
I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. On Guard's manager.
His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Kurita, have one?
No, he did not.
He didn't?
Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars.
I see.
This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly.
You're wrong! I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya!
Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? Okay.
Didn't he give me something? I don't know. You seen Lana's camera? I have to ask you about this. It doesn't like trifling matters. What about the guitar case? No? You know about the wine glass? No, you sure don't. Do you know about the crime photo? No, you don't. Alright. Okay, nothing to present to you. Guess we'll just examine the area around you.
Looks like dishes left over from dinner. A dinner for two at that.
I'm sure they're Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews' plates.
Looks like they had T-bone steaks. What's with Global Studios and T-bone steaks?
Yeah, especially when pork chops are way better.
There's some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa here.
I think that jacket-looking thing is called a happy.
Whatever it is, I'm sure something like that would make a great souvenir. Maya would be absolutely thrilled. It's probably Mr. On Guard's suitcase. For someone who was only going to be here for the award show, this is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in here.
Stars really are different from us, aren't they?
That's the bedroom over there.
That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here!
There's nothing here. There's literally nothing here. And there's nothing to present to you either. I could try your
people's profiles, I guess. What do you know? Tell me about Matt on Guard. I asked to become Mr. On Guard's manager. He is a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. On Guard does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told.
He's always saying, my manager, right, Mr. Nick?
Did you know the victim, Mr. Kurita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all.
Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai?
Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. Huh? I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Kurita was killed. 23, yeah? Seems to have it all together. That just means there's something hiding beneath the surface, doesn't it? What do you know about Will Powers? He was a Steel Samurai. That's Mr. Will Powers. He's an actor contracted with Global Studios. He's a very nice man. A man with a good heart. But that's all he is and ever will be. Ugh, what a horrible thing to say. Society doesn't care about genuinely nice people, Mr. Wright. Huh? For a second, her face twisted in pain.
I wonder if something happened to Miss Andrews.
You don't know about her. And I wouldn't ask about anybody else. Do you have any ideas? As to why Mr. Kurita was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? Oh boy, another 4. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation.
Is it a Cyclock, Mr. Nick?
Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. Well, damn. Well, there was nothing else to present to you, so we are out of here. And you only had 2, but that was just to the location of your missing camera, which we don't know anything about at all. So, we gotta go somewhere else. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Mr. Powers, have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Those are the same thing, but that's fine. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there are 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a love Y in Neo-Old Tokyo. I see. Wait. A love what? A love Y. This girl, Sayo, works at a tea shop, and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl? Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet, times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know. Does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
I'm gonna stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week.
I can't believe she's really considering it. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It's the story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all.
but boy could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm.
A ninja with a bright red guitar? Why are you acting like this is the first time you've heard of this?
And then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. Jammin versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3.
Aw, that's too bad for him.
Yeah, but this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja. Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Misola?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
Which show should I watch?
I can't believe she's really considering it. Oh, I got the same stuff. Alright. What do you know anything about Lotta's camera? Nope, you know you don't. Okay. You know anything about the guitar case?
That guitar case, that was Juan's.
I'm guessing you've seen this case before?
It's pretty famous by now. Stands out because it holds the bright red guitar.
The bright red guitar. The Jammin' Ninja's signature item.
But if the guitar is so important, how could he forget it for the award ceremony?
That does seem a little strange. Yeah, you wouldn't know about anything that's like inside. I want to show you a crime photo. No, you don't want to know about the crime photo? Okay. Alright, whatever. Fine, just don't help me out at all. I don't care. Alright, so give me some profile info.
Matt's younger than me, but you can practically see his star potential.
His star potential?
I got his autograph the other day.
Feels kind of wrong now, doesn't it?
I don't care what people say. Matt didn't kill Juan. I know he didn't. He debuted around the same time as Matt and everything, you know?
Really?
It started out small. First it was singing contests, then swimming competitions, then it was bowling tournaments, and then it was who could throw the best New Year's parties. Juan was always trying to one-up Matt. But lately, those two were escalating to more and more dangerous things. I thought that no good would come of it all, so I began to worry.
Too bad Juan's story ended so soon.
Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little.
So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews?
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now.
A rumor?
If you're interested, I'll be glad to share what I know.
He's so happy, he looks like a lion that's just found his next meal. Would you mind telling me about this gossip?
So you are interested in it. I figured you would be.
Yeah.
I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too.
Oh, really? You too, huh?
Yeah, so take a look at this.
Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous?
To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you?
What?
You can stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. Which means, if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials A.A.
Adrian Andrews?
Yes, exactly. This is big news.
But it seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client?
It's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people.
Mr. Powers looks so happy.
Pearls is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling.
Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure.
Okay, so that's definitely a part of her psych log. One of 4, unfortunately. But that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe and whatnot, and I'll see you guys next time.